I'm going to talk on something that is very important when it has to do with your vehicle. It's among the top 5 parts of your vehicle: your engine, gearbox, your vehicle suspension, then the brakes. That's my own assessment. Among the top 5 most important things in your vehicle, your brake is one of them. And this is something that a lot of people don't do. They neglect it. They wait until when they are changing their brake pads before they do it. But I encourage you not to do so. At every 5,000 to 6,000 miles, which is about 8,000 to 10,000 kilometers, when you go for your oil change, depending on how often you change your oil, tell your mechanic to check your brakes. Check the front and the back and be sure that they are working effectively. If your vehicle is the type that uses brake pad in front, then all your mechanic needs to do is to bring out the brake pads, check if both sides are wearing evenly. If they are, then that means your calipers or your pistons or whatever it is that the brake is using is working effectively. But if it is not wearing evenly, or that the wear is slightly different, fine, it's not so bad. But if one side of the brake pad wears more than the other, it shows that your calipers are not working effectively. Your mechanic will need to service it. They know what to do, and also they will rotate the parts, and you can use it a little while before you change it eventually. But I will always encourage, if you notice that the brake pads are already worn on one side more, if possible, change it entirely after they have serviced it. That will help you know if what they did is actually working well. So if it's definitely, most vehicles now use brake pad in the front, so if it is wearing evenly, fine, your brake system in the front is working well. But if it is not, then your calipers need to be serviced for effective braking. Then if your vehicle is using brake pad 2 at the back and then using the drum for your handbrake inside, then what they did for the front is also what they need to do for the back. That is, service the calipers too. But if your vehicle is the type that uses only brake drum that has a lining at the back, then all they need to do is to adjust it. But before they do the adjustment, they also need to bring it out and check if it is wearing evenly or not. Though for the brake drum at the back, the master pusher among the two would often wear faster than the other one. But all he still needs to do is to adjust the brake. How do you know if the back brake needs to be adjusted? Since your brake uses drum at the back, it means that your hand brake or leg brake or emergency brake uses that as well. So when you pull your hand brake, the standard count for you to know that it is working well or it is okay is when you're pulling it, count the teeth. It's between 4 and 7. Between 4 and 7. But if when you're pulling it up, you count up to 10 teeth before it stops or even more, then that means that it requires serious adjustment. When it is adjusted, it gets closer to the drum, and when it gets closer to the drum, it makes your braking effective. But if it is far from the drum, you realize that most times you even would almost match your brake to the floor before the vehicle stops completely. But when they do that adjustment and also make sure that the front calipers are working effectively, your vehicle will brake better, so that when you need it, it will answer you. Because when your brakes do not answer you when you need it, they may sing the song. There's an Igbo song that is online that will normally say, "Ị ga-akwụkata ụgwọ ara agba gị," meaning that you will pay and pay until you get mad. Imagine when you need the brakes, it's not there to answer you, and you hit another vehicle or something happens. So you need to be sure that your brakes are working effectively, and these are the things that would help you do so. If your brakes are not working effectively, it means that you often change your parts more often than not. And another thing that will also help you to reduce how often you change your brake pads is when you slow down evenly, not always aggressive stopping. When you're constantly engaging in aggressive stopping, your brake pads will wear more than when you do gradual stopping, so that you anticipate what is going on before you and then start slowing down earlier than when you wait to almost the point where you stop and then you start stepping on your brakes. No. So I encourage you to try this and see how well it will go with your brake. If you like what you've learned, like, if possible follow, and then share for others to learn too. On my next video, there's also something else I'm going to talk about when it comes to our brake that a lot of people don't even remember that it needs to be done. Thank you. See you on my next video.